The Curse of Strahd is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language and explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned. Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Superior Adventurers Guild. I'm your humble Dungeon Master, Dave. We're going to jump back into our campaign, Curse of Strahd, where our heroes are doing their damnedest to figure out how to get out of this cursed domain of dread, and hopefully having some fun in the process. Let's meet our contestants. Today's contestants. Oh, hey guys.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey.
So I had something a little bit different. I asked everybody to introduce themselves today and just say, mention one thing that happened to their character in the last session. So why don't we start with you, Andrew?
Hey, what's up? My name is Andrew. I often go by Andy.
I never call you Andrew. I don't know why I did that.
That's okay.
Whatever.
Either one works.
Yeah.
I'm playing Corben Brindel, an 8th level Oath of Vengeance Paladin. And the highlight of my last session was using my Purify Food and Drink spell to despoil a wagon load of milk.
Oof.
Which pleased our host very much.
Yes, it did.
Hi, I'm Shannon, and I'm an 8th level cleric and of the light. And Mara Brightwood is her name. And in the last episode, I reunited with Dusk Elf Casimir and convinced him that he needs to help us with the Amber Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm Ben. I play a 7th level dwarf barbarian. His name's Bjorn Ironhide. Last game, I started encountering some visions of a female vampire, Shasha, who I've met at Castle Ravenloft. So keep seeing her in the woods. She keeps popping up, and I think it's real. It doesn't really seem like mirage.
Young love. For those of you that are wondering what the heck's going on with Ben's face, that's not how he normally looks like. His camera is doing some funky stuff. Although the beer that you just drank looked perfectly crystal clear. So I don't know.
It's an improvement.
Yeah. So anyways, so that's where we are. But yeah, thanks guys. It's great to be jumping back into this. Let's dive into a quick recap. In addition to the things that the players just mentioned, I had a couple of notes from last time. In our last session, the party, as they mentioned, had sought refuge with the Vistani outside of the fallen village of Valakai. Valakai is sort of this village nearby that's in a total and utter chaos with vampires sort of overrunning. Think 30 Days of Night kind of vibe going on there, which is never good. So despite all the growing chaos in the valley, the Vistani welcomed Mara, who they had known previously, and the new companions that they'd never met, warmly into their camp. They provided Mara and her friends with food, shelter, and a place to seek refuge from all of the dangers that seem to be swirling around them in this valley. They spent a couple of days there, Mara studying the Tome of Strahd, Bjorn and Corben making themselves useful to their hosts, accompanying the Vistani on a hunting foray that didn't go super well for them, but they were able to, have a chance to interact with some of the Vistani hunters. They procured some supplies. Corben, as he mentioned, was able to help to purify some of the spoiled supplies to bring back some much needed milk to the group. As Mara mentioned, they spent a bit of time speaking with a dusk elf named Casimir, which Mara had known previously. And they talked about their encounter with Strahd at the Castle Ravenloft, where they had been invited to dine with Strahd. And with the next part of their adventure before them, they prepared themselves for the challenges ahead. Their destination at this point being the Amber Temple, described to them on a couple of different occasions as a place of great danger and unfathomable evil. Perhaps, according to Casimir, perhaps also the source of Strahd's power over Barovian and its peoples. So to the party, however, the Amber Temple is an important piece of the puzzle because it is the third of 3 prophecies that were foretold by the Vistani seer, Madame Eva, in a previous episode where she read their futures. And actually, Bjorn and Corben were not part of that reading, if I remember correctly. Those were a couple of other characters that are no longer with us, sadly. But anyhow, the Amber Temple being the location of a holy symbol of great hope that was hidden behind amber doors. So that's where they're headed. So as the session came to a close, the party had procured a horse and a cart. They'd been gifted some cold weather gear from their Vistani hosts, and they set off into the wilds with Casimir, headed south on a long, perilous journey to the Amber Temple. And so that, my friends, is where we will pick back up. You have traveled a full day, camped, and made your way a second day on the Svalich Road. So you're 2 days out now from the Vistani encampment, and you have just woken up. You're essentially camped as you're sort of breaking camp. You find yourselves at the edge of the Svalich Woods. Before you is this broad area called the Barovian Highlands, which are relatively similar in terms of some of the sort of the temperature, the climate. It's very thick with fog, but the trees have receded into the landscape of these barren hilltops, grass tufts, rocky, cobbly landscape around you. The road winding between these sort of mounds and growing hillsides as it gets craggier and a little bit more steep terrain. And you are currently not only with Casimir, but also with a cart and one horse pulling that cart. Thick fog covering most of the landscape around you. Go ahead.
At this point, we are moving southwest, yes?
Correct. You're headed mostly south at this point.
Okay.
Yep. Mostly south.
Thank you.
Casimir is gathering his things and throwing his pack up onto the cart. Who's driving the cart? And caring for the horses. Or the horse, sorry.
Do you
One
need
horse.
to have a
I guess-
proficiency for that?
No.
I guess I would be, since I want it. So,
Okay.
since I
Yeah.
boggered for it, so I've been trying to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just as a quick heads up to follow up on your question, Corben, is you can use any skill that's on the character sheet. It's just that if you're not proficient, you're just not as good at it, right?
Right.
So that's all that matters. That means you can if you're not proficient with a tool, for example, you can still use that tool. You can still use that weapon. You just don't get the benefit of the proficiency bonus. So,
Right.
Yep. But yeah, so Bjorn, why don't you go ahead and roll an animal handling check for me and let me know what you rolled.
A solid 8.
Okay. The horses are skittish. They seem to be cold. It was kind of a cold night. They, you don't have any trouble getting them back in line with the cart and hitched up to the cart and that sort of thing. But they do seem skittish and sort of. There's only one. I have to remember. There's only one horse. The horse seems skittish and it gives you a little bit of trouble, but you're able to get the cart and the horse hitched back up to the cart.
Okay.
And Casimir starts to walk out in front of the cart as you drive the cart, I'm guessing.
Yeah, sure. I'll
Okay.
sit there.
Okay. Why doesn't somebody, Shannon, Mara, why don't you roll a D20 for me for this day of travel?
19.
I'll take that.
What is it?
Nice.
19.
Ooh, fun. All right, roll a D8 for me, Mara. What'd you get?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you saw it 3.
A 3. Okay. All right. So
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It was an 8.
Oh, it was. Okay.
No,
No, it was a 3. I'm
Oh,
just
all right.
messing with you.
Yeah, I'm not looking at Roll20 right now. All right, so 3.
Okay.
Got it. All right. So, yeah, you guys are traveling south. If there's anything you want to talk about, go ahead and do that.
Has there been any like animals or birds or anything out here? And is this path at all unusual from what we've encountered before?
So you've never been on this particular road. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me. Anybody who's scanning the landscape can do the same. I guess I'll start looking at roll 20.
Got a 14.
Ooh, wow.
Oh,
Mara just
sorry,
rolled 2 natural 20s.
yeah,
Yeah,
sorry. And
yeah.
I
Wow.
didn't realize I was on advantage, but I guess it doesn't matter.
Which
That's
one do you want to
crazy.
use?
That is pretty awesome. Let's do this. I'm gonna go. Boop. There we are. Okay, so we've got Bjorn a 14, Mara a 20, and
Oh, should I
Corben, are
roll as
you?
well?
Sure, if you want to. You don't have to, but if you're
Yeah,
not paying attention to the landscape, that's fine too.
I'll give it a shot. Nope. 1.
All right, so
I'm nodding off.
you're yeah, so you guys are, first of all, it'd be good to know like who's in the cart. So it's very bumpy. It's not comfortable to be in the cart.
Mhm.
So
Why
you
do we
know,
have the card again? Are we carrying something with us?
Yeah, me. My short legs. I didn't want to walk all the time. Be nice if Amber Temple had a bunch of treasure. Now we got a cart. You know, never know.
Yeah, I'll be riding in the cart.
okay. So
And
Corben,
I
go ahead, Mara.
well, I was just gonna say, my assumption was that the cart isn't really very big, and we're just kind of taking turns riding and walking and riding and walking. But
Yeah, it certainly wouldn't be big enough for all four of you. You could seat one person to drive the cart, and then probably one maybe two people in the like the bed of the cart, you know, where the cargo would go. Casimir threw his kit in the back of the cart, and he's walking up ahead of the horses, probably 20, 25 feet ahead of you. So you could either be walking with him, you could be walking somewhere in between, or you can try to, be on the cart if you want. But again, it's not very comfortable. Bjorn, you're bouncing around in the driver's seat, rocks and boulders and cobbly stones sort of littered across this gravelly road that is, of course, covered with snow. Not a deep snow at this point, but as you're gaining elevation heading south, you start to get into deeper and deeper snow as you're going. It gets a little bit colder than it was the previous day, you notice. Mara, with that natural 20, at some point in the day as you're traveling along in that morning, you see on the ground in front of you this shadow that appears cast from above. And you look up and you see what appears to be an enormous bird flying overhead.
can I identify what kind of bird, or if it is in fact a bird?
You can tell that it's a bird for sure.
Okay.
You could roll a nature check to see if you can figure out what kind of bird it is.
All right.
If you would like to.
I would like to.
I should probably roll.
Oh, how the mighty fall.
Burn out all your good rolls already, Mara.
Yeah, no
yeah,
doubt.
I know, right?
Get them all out now.
Yeah,
I'm on the wrong
exactly.
page here. Let me do this. I'm going to roll a perception check for Casimir as well. An 18. That's pretty good. He sees it too, and he points out and he says, "There it is, Mara, the rock." And you
Rock.
see this giant bird. ROC is how it's spelled.
Yep.
It is an enormous bird of prey. And at this point, it doesn't seem to take much notice of you, as far as you can tell. It doesn't swoop towards you or anything, but you can tell just by looking at Casimir that he's a little uneasy with it being so close.
So
Unless-
when you say enormous, you're talking enormous enough to pick one of us up and carry us away.
Easily.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Or not. Okay.
Yeah, it is considered in the parlance of Dungeons and Dragons gargantuan.
So
much bigger.
Mars, Mars just gonna I'm just gonna like kind of double check. I got my mace. I'm kind of like, all right, got my shield.
Okay. So go ahead and Mars, and I was going to say Mars. Bjorn, go ahead and roll a. Do you have land vehicle proficiency by any chance?
I do not.
Okay, so just roll a d20 for me for driving the cart.
Hit it.
Well, let's roll 20, so it might take a little bit.
All right.
They're having some challenges.
Or I'll just see if it's...
There it is.
That worked quick. All right. You want to just do this -5 for a d20?
Sure. 18. Yeah, you're doing a pretty good job. Despite the earlier challenges you had with the horse, once it is attached to the cart, you're making pretty good time. You're easily able to keep up with Casimir's pace, and you keep the cart moving. As the day continues, the winds start to pick up. You can start to hear the winds howling around you. The snow starts to fall a little bit, and you're buffeted by wind and snow as you continue to climb up this barren hillside, treeless and much of it obscured in the fogs.
Casimir,
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Yes, of course.
We had a situation in Berez, and we freed. You remember Marzen? He freed some ravens that were in in cages, and they were very thankful. And they, I don't know, I never would have gotten out of there alive without that happening. And it hasn't escaped my notice that Strahd is in Raven Loft, and yet the ravens seem to be a good omen for us. I don't know. It just seems like there's a connection there that I need somebody who knows something to tell me about.
These ravens, were they unnatural in their behavior to you?
Not really. They were very upset. They were very agitated when they were in the cages. And I was about to open the door, and Marzen beat me to it. He opened the cages and let them loose. And then they attacked the witches.
Well, Castle Ravenloft is named after the Baron's mother, Ravenovia.
Oh.
So not directly related to ravens per se, although some might say that she was rather raven-like in her appearance. There are others in this valley who say that the ravens of Barovia have, at least some of them have, some supernatural powers, some supernatural entity. I myself am unsure about this, but I will tell you that long before your Morning Lord entered the Valley of Barovia, there were others, druids of a sort, who worshipped the natural spirits of this valley. There could be a connection. It is possible.
Thank you. It was just something that's been on my mind.
Don't you have, out of character, don't you have an additional memory from Argynvost dealing with ravens?
I know, but I can't remember what it is.
With that one lady, she had that raven. that one witch? Wasn't a witch or
No.
well, someone that was going and she had a raven. And
What about you,
then
Corben? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember that personally.
No, I know we've had a couple of interactions with the Ravens. I just can't remember what it was at.
So at Argenvost
Argenvost.
Holt, you had, after you had relit the beacon, you spent the night in the kitchen. You camped in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And that next morning, there was something that happened. I don't know if that jogs your memory. If you,
Oh, was it with the woman to went there with?
Muriel.
yeah,
Yeah.
Muriel, that's what I was trying to, because she had a pet raven that
Nope. No.
Some-
You guys, I think it was.
I did speak with the animal to a raven, and
Yeah, she didn't have a pet raven though. I think it might have been Corben and Mara, or maybe just Mara, that was looking out the window as she walked away, and her body transformed into a raven.
Oh, that's
and
right.
She
She
flew
turned
away.
into a raven and she flew away. Yep.
Right.
Yep. And we've had a couple of interactions with ravens just in general, and it just seems like it's been, well, that would have been a different character earlier, but I think I had an interaction with Anna way back when we very first got rid of a couple of witches way back at the beginning.
Yeah, probably. They're pretty. They have a definite presence in the valley for sure. So you guys can go ahead.
So Casimir, you seemed a little unnerved by that huge bird. What should we be cautious about with that thing if we see it again?
If it comes our way, we best hide. Avoid its grasp. It would easily fly off with us. I'm actually surprised with the horse that we have that it didn't pay us more mind.
Is there? Am I hearing any of this going on? I'm sorry. I guess I'm in the cart.
They're probably about 25 feet up ahead of you, so probably not. You and Bjorn are bouncing around in the back.
yeah, the only thing you hear is after we hit a big rock, I might just let out a little gas, a big bump. Damn horse!
So the rest of the day continues on very similar to this. The snow starts to subside, although the winds are howling, and you get farther into this hillside. The snow is deeper now, more prevalent, although it's crusty with the harsh wind blowing across its surface. It looks like it's probably melted and frozen a couple of different times, and the wheels of the carriage are crunching along through the snow. The day starts to grow long at this point. Casimir
probably try to find some cover, huh?
I was just thinking the same thing. We should seek shelter of some kind. This wind will sap the warmth right from our bodies overnight.
Is there like a grove of trees or anything around that we might be able to find shelter?
Like a little cave or something?
Yeah, or just like, yeah.
Go ahead and roll a survival check. Anybody who
Just
wants
everybody?
to. Yeah,
All right.
whoever wants to. You're essentially looking for somewhere.
To hunker down.
Oh my god.
So, there are no trees whatsoever in this part of Barovia. It's just this barren, rocky highland area. You don't see any trees. The mist is thick. The wind is blowing snow through the air. The crunch of the wheels in through the snow. It's very difficult to see. But Bjorn, as you're driving the cart, you see what looks like a pile of rocks that are larger, almost boulder-sized rocks that could potentially form some sort of a protection.
Hey, there looks like there's a
they're probably
over
like
here.
20 feet off of the main road.
All right, I'll tell everybody about them. Then I'll kind of steer the horse, turning that way.
Okay. You try to turn the horse, and immediately as you go off what appears to be the main road that Casimir's been guiding you along, the wheels kind of grind to a halt in the snow because it gets deeper.
All right,
And the horse is trying to pull, but can't seem to pull.
I'll have them stop right there. Then I'll basically just de-leash the horse, then start walking that way, or hop down. Then I'll go check it out before I de-leash the horse, like unsaddle it from the cart.
Sure. And Mara, the thing that you notice as Bjorn points out this rock formation, which looks very promising, you take a few steps in that direction and you look down and you see what appear to be large wolf-like prints in the snow.
Hey guys.
What is it?
Come take a look. There's some pretty sizable wolf tracks here, so we better be careful. First of all, looking behind these rocks, and also once we're set up camp, just need to make sure we stay vigilant.
All right. Do any of you guys want to come check out the rocks with me and stay? And who wants to stay with the horse carriage?
Casimir draws his longsword and he says, "I can stay with the horse."
All right. Yeah, I'll go check out the rocks with you.
All right.
Mara, are you gonna join them as well?
I'm gonna kind of like stay between. I'm gonna lag behind, but just so that there's some kind of, because if the wind is blowing and there needs to be some communication back and forth to Casimir, I'm trying to be useful in that way.
Okay. So the two of you, Bjorn and Corben, start to make your way towards this rock pile, and you can close the distance pretty quickly. Your feet crunch through the sort of crusty snow pack, and you can see that as you look down, Mara has pointed out these tracks. They're large paw prints that seem to have, in some places, also crunched through the snow, but in other places have been able to stay on top of the snow, the crusty snow cover. They are larger than the normal canid prints that you've seen in the past. For some reason, I can hear myself in the background all of a sudden.
Yeah, does somebody have speakers on? I can hear it too.
Nope. I wonder if it's my mic too close.
I don't know.
I'll mute myself real quick and see if it...
Okay. Not a big deal. It was just kind of like, oh, wait, that's me. The prints seem to be coming from the rock pile formation and going out past you. So you're sort of walking towards the rock formation, and it appears as though this set of tracks went in the opposite direction, leaving the rock formation.
Is there a set of tracks going into it too, or just coming out?
Not that you can see. Just one set leaving.
I'll kind of look at Corben and be like, well, if they're leaving, it doesn't look like they came in, so I wonder if this might be one of their dens.
Do they look like old prints? Are they kind of smoothed over by the wind, or are they do they look like they're kind of fresh? How can I tell?
It's tough for you to tell based on sort of that roll. So it's really hard to tell. They don't look super fresh to you, but you also, you're not really a tracker, and it's tough. It's really tough to tell for you.
Yeah,
like I said, some of them, you know, this is an old crusty snowpack, so it could be, to you it could be fresh, or maybe it's been a week. You just don't know.
Right. Okay. So as far as like the boulders go, is there like some kind of like natural cave being formed by these things?
You keep moving towards the rock pile.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think we should.
All right. Do you draw any weapons or do anything like that?
Yeah, just out of caution, I'm gonna pull my sword and my shield.
Okay. How about the rest of you?
Yeah, I'll have my seeing Corben do it, and I'll grab my great sword out to have it ready.
Okay. All right. You keep moving forward, just at a normal pace, I'm guessing, since you didn't say anything about stealthing or anything like that. And you make your way up to the rocks, and you can see that they don't form a natural cave, but they do form a bit of a hollowed out area in the snow. And upon a quick scan of this space, you see that it reveals what appears to be an abandoned campsite. There's what looks to be an extinguished campfire that has snow that's been blown over on top of it. There is a torn, shredded leather tent that's flapping in the wind. And there is what appears to be, although it's hard to tell, some sort of a snow-covered fur.
Ooh.
Does this camp look like it's been used relatively soon, or does it look like it was there and it's just been there for a while?
Roll an investigation check.
Right.
It looks like it could, again, it's probably been there for a while, but it's really hard to tell. You don't see anything that really convinces you in one way or the other, but your instinct tells you that this looks like it's been here for a while.
Is there is there just one way in and one way out, or are there multiple ways in and out of this campsite?
Are you, just to clarify, are you, Mara, approaching closer, or are you still sort of halfway?
Yeah.
You're gonna, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me. Wow, nice. Couple of things. It looks to be that there are multiple ways that you could get to this rock pile. It's sort of on the edge of a hillside, but there's no obstructions to approach from any direction. There's no steep cliffs behind it or anything like that. So feasibly, you could come from the road, which you have, or you could come from further off in the distance and approach it from that way. So there isn't a single way in or out of it. But as you start to take a look around, Mara, as you kind of catch up to the guys, you see what appears to be dark stains in the snow.
Hey guys, this doesn't look good. This looks like somebody was attacked here. You said there's a campfire that had been blown over. I'm gonna like kind of dig under the snow a little bit and kind of stick my hand in there to see if there's any warmth at all.
Okay.
At the campfire?
Yeah, like maybe deep down where, embers might have been covered by snow and insulated a bit. Sure. I just want to kind of get a sense of potentially how fresh those tracks really were.
Okay, go ahead and roll your choice, either a survival check or a perception check. Nice. Yeah, so you kind of dig around the fire ring, and you can see that there's no warmth at all from this. However, you do get the sense, based on the degree of burntness of the wood, that it seems as though this was something that was possibly lit even the night previous. Okay. It wasn't long ago. And you also, with that perception check, see that the dark stains in the snow appear to be blood stains.
Hey guys, look at this. There's, this tent's been shredded. There's blood. Somebody was here not too long ago, and I don't know what's under that pile of fur, but I don't know if I want to poke it or not, because whatever's there might be curled up and sleeping.
I'll take
I
a
can't.
look at
Does
it.
that thing? Does the fur look like it could be like somebody, like a body, or is it just like a cloak, or like
It's
a
hard to
blanket of some
tell.
sort?
It seems
I'll
to have
take
been
a-
blown over with snow.
I'll take a closer look at it.
Okay.
I'll go up there and kind of just reach and take a look at the snow.
You're gonna look at the
Upper.
snow around it, or are you gonna look at the? Explain what you're
No,
gonna
that-
do.
I'll go and watch this be a wolf just laying down sleeping, but I'm gonna go and just try to pick it up and see if it's like a blanket or something like that.
I would never do that to you guys.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what sounds like what's going on.
Something seems like something's building.
Yeah.
Poking the bear while it sleeps right now. So
Come on, guys. What kind of a DM do you think I am?
yeah, I'll get
Uh,
closer and I'll pull at it, like just
Okay.
to see like some type of. I'm guessing it might be a blanket or something.
Okay, so you grab onto the fur and you start to pull on it, and it kind of tears a little bit and pulls away from the icy snow that it had been sort of frozen to. And as you
Right.
pull it away and pick it up, it does appear to be a fur blanket that is torn and stained with blood. And as you pull it away from the snow, you see a severed human hand.
All right.
Oh man.
Hey Mara, could you give me a hand over here?
Oh man.
Then I'll toss the
I'm
hand.
just,
to you.
like, shaking my head. Seriously,
All right,
guys.
This
Wait, is
yeah,
it
I
a-
don't know if this is going to be a very safe campsite based
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah. Un-
What's
unless whatever came here isn't hungry anymore.
Yeah, but my guess is if it's a like a dire wolf or something that's bigger, it's moving faster than us in the snow anyway. So at least here we could kind of have a defensive position. So I mean, we don't know the area, so how long else do you want to keep going out there, being out in the open versus taking shelter here? It did leave,
Yeah,
so I mean, if it's maybe it doesn't come back.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that this is maybe part of its hunting grounds because it usually can pick something off here. So maybe when we do our watches tonight, we should have 2 people watching at a time instead of just one.
That's fine. Could I take
Sounds like a good idea.
investigate the campground a little bit more, like dig around in the snow and see if there's anything
Sure.
there?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll an investigation check. Is anybody going to examine the hand at all?
Yeah, that's. I was gonna also ask if it was like a adult hand, child hand.
Any
there-
rings?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there any jewelry on it? Any kind of
Tattoos.
identifying anything?
Roll investigation checks. Who's ever investigating stuff, and tell me. So Bjorn, we'll go with you first since I see your roll there. You dig around in the sleeping bag, or the tent area, and where this sort of this blanket was, and you find a frozen water skin, a pouch that appears to be full of hardtack rations, approximately 4 days of rations, and you also find a well-crafted wooden flute.
All right. I'll just pick up the items. Is there and just put them in the fur blanket, kind of like a bag, making a bag out of it.
Okay.
Was that the first item? The blanket, rations, and a flute? Is that what you said?
And a frozen water skin.
Oh, frozen water skin. That's what it was.
Yep.
Do any
And
of
a
you guys find
hand.
a flute?
Yep. So, and Mara, you're examining the hand.
Yeah.
Roll a medicine check. Nice.
Nice. 18.
So you inspect the hand. It's frozen solid, and you kind of turn it and look at it from all directions. It appears as though it had been torn from the wrist. So not severed like with a sword, but like torn. It's all kind of scraggly and jagged, and the flesh is frozen and kind of black. It also, you can tell by looking at it, and you're not sure exactly what it is, but the veins on this hand are bloated, and they are black as well. You can see the outline of the veins on the hand and on what little wrist is attached. The veins on the back of the hand are all black and bloated, almost as if they almost burst.
Okay. Well, guys, I don't know what to make of this, but can I tell if it's adult? I'm assuming it's adult hand.
It is.
And is the hand like calloused or soft, small or large?
The nails are broken and sort of gnarled. It's a big kind of bulky hand with thick kind of fat fingers that seem to have sort of like scabs and calluses on them, as best as you can tell. Again, it's frozen and it's been, you know, potentially sitting out for a little while, but you get the sense that it's a hand of some sort of a warrior or some sort of a worker. It's definitely not like a delicate, soft hand of a nobleman or noblewoman.
Bjorn, this looks like your hand.
I know.
except for these veins, this just doesn't look right. I'm not quite sure what this means, but it's not good.
To make not to make like any assumption or anything, but do you think like an undead hand would this look like it? How close have you guys came to like zombies and stuff like that? Does this look like it's been decayed? Does it look like it was a living hand before?
Yeah, it looks like it was. I mean, that's what my assumption is, that it looks that it was a living hand. But this blood thing is kind of got me wondering, like, either the entity that it came off of wasn't entirely human, or potentially had tainted blood somehow, been poisoned, or maybe it was vampire spawn. I don't, but it didn't look like that, but I haven't been that close to the vampire spawn to tell.
At this point, Casimir has come over with the horse, but the cart he left where it is, and he's brought the horse over and is sort of trying to get it sheltered from the buffeting wind that keeps howling. This is where we may camp then. The hell is that? He looks over at you, Mar, and you're holding the hand.
Yeah, Casimir, it's we found this here. Clearly there's been an attack and something was, or someone was dragged away, but what do you make of these veins?
We'll point out the prints, the large prints.
Ah. Well, these veins trouble me less than these prints. This is a large wolf. There are many creatures in Barovia, one of which is called the winter wolf. I've seen them on this very path. We must be careful of them. They are not your typical wolf. If they are hunting here, there are more than one.
I know you're a man of few words, but can you tell us how they are not the same as regular wolves?
They are much larger. They are also very difficult to see, especially in these conditions. We must be vigilant. But most importantly, they have the ability to exhale this blast of freezing energy. Whether it's magical or not, I'm unsure, but if you are caught within their exhalation, it could do quite a bit of damage. You must steer clear of them as best you can.
Thank you. That's good to know, even if it's unnerving.
Indeed.
Do you think it'd be safe to camp here for the night if we post watch?
I see no other option. Camping on the road is we would be too exposed in this weather.
Yeah. At least this way we can put our backs to something.
Exactly. Maybe even get a fire started.
All right.
We will need a fire to survive the night.
Is there any way that the tent can be mended, do you think? Or is it just destroyed?
It is pretty destroyed.
Okay.
Yep. You might be able to salvage pieces of canvas from it, possibly, but to mend it into a tent would be very difficult.
Is there any overhanging rock to, like, if it was raining, it would keep us out of, like, as a shelter, or is it
not
just,
really? It's
rock
more of like
around?
Yeah, it's more of like a wall of these big boulders. Kind of forms a bit of a little like a shield shape almost that is currently protecting you from the wind.
Do we have any, like, canvas, I guess, for, like, did the cart come with, like, a canvas cover or something like that that we could dismount? Right.
You might have something in your inventory. I'm not sure what you guys are carrying.
Just wolf fur cloak and a adventurer's pack. There's a tent in a adventurer's pack. Maybe not.
Casimir walks back to the wagon, the cart, and comes back with a small bundle of wood. And he says, "Glad I remembered to stop at the KOA office and grab this wood." And he sets it down in front of you guys, and then he kind of kneels down and he replaces some of the small rocks that are around the fire pit, putting them back in place, and then he starts to attempt to get a fire started. And he is going to try with a survival roll, but because of the wind, he's going to have disadvantage. So
Can I try to help him out starting the fire?
yeah, you can help him. You see him struggling with it. You want to help him out?
Yeah, I'll help him out.
All right, so he'll just do a straight roll. It's a +1. Oh, nice. Yeah. So he gets a fire started with a 20 on that roll. And you all kind of huddle close to gain as much warmth as you can. It's a small fire because he doesn't have a lot of wood. But he looks over and says, perhaps we can burn some of that tent and some of these things. And he starts to kind of pick through whatever debris is laying around and trying to fashion it into kindling and fuel for the fire. And the darkness sets in as you huddle behind this rock face, a bit of the heat being reflected back from the rocks, which helps to keep you warm. Casimir takes out some food and starts eating.
I've got my shield too that I like kind of put towards the fire so that it gets warm and radiates onto me. Or I should say maybe behind me. That's probably a better, kind of lean it behind me so that, the heat that's coming at me is kind of sticking with me.
Okay. Does anybody else do anything to try to help out with protection from the elements at this point?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know what else to do at this point.
I guess for myself, I got some hemp rope. So what I would probably do I'll get my bedroll out, assuming that's probably some weatherproof, and I'll use that as like the main sleeping bag part. And I'll put the fur cloak just over my head like a A-frame. So it keeps it off. So not a full-on tent, but just the keep stuff from going into my face as I'm sleeping.
Okay.
So just tied up on a rock or something like that. So.
All right. So you're able to get some food in you. You've got what resembles a camp set up. Again, the cold really biting at this point with the wind. A little bit of snow blowing, but you've got the best you can get out of this situation. And you have a fire, which is probably the most important piece of the survival of this night is having a fire lit. With a 20 roll, he was able to do that. So let's do this. If there's stuff that you want to talk about around the fire, great. Otherwise, we could do some watches. What do you guys want to do next?
Yeah, we should set up a watch.
Yeah, let's set up a watch. I really think we should have 2 watching in the different directions, guys, especially if we've got this crazy wolf thing coming.
Yep.
Right.
Potentially.
Andy or Corben, you want to take it with me just in case
Sure.
Mara wants to talk to not Casimir.
Casimir?
Casimir some more. Cashmere. I'm terrible.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
All right. So
That way,
Corben and Bjorn, you take the first watch.
All right.
Let's go ahead and get some perception checks at disadvantage, please, because of the wind and the snow and the blowing snow in your faces.
Just
Fine.
those 2 for now?
Yeah, they're taking the first watch.
Okay.
11.
10 for me.
All right. Somebody, let's see. Bjorn, roll a d8 for me.
Here, I'm trying to. Hold on. I don't think that my D8 roller.
I could roll it.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it's not allowing me to roll these guys.
Weird.
Oh, I rolled.
All right. A 4?
And he rolled. Yeah, a 4.
Okay. Yeah, that's weird, huh?
What's the acronym for it? Is it just slash? I forget for.
Yeah, it's the slash and then roll. So it'd be like
But you could go
backslash
up.
roll 1d8.
You could also just click on the D8 on the little dice icon on the far
Yeah, I know.
left toolbar.
Yeah, I have been. It's just not going through.
Weird.
Did you try this without the quote? Without the quotes?
Unrecognized command. This is weird.
All right. Well, anyways, we got Corben rolled a 4. So, so through the night, it's really hard to see anything at this point, and the wind makes it extremely difficult to attempt to keep a watch. Especially based, trying to hear things is almost impossible. But Bjorn, you, in the middle of the night, your eyes are sort of growing heavy from the arduous journey over the last 2 days. Whoa, okay, there it is.
Yeah, I got it. Sorry.
Your eyes grow heavy, and you look out into this blowing sort of white, almost like snow blind vision of the landscape around you, and you see what almost appears to be a figure, humanoid, sort of just on the edge of your visibility. Roll a wisdom check for me. Wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, wisdom save. Just Bjorn.
Is he close to me?
We got disadvantage on.
Yeah, you guys are all very close, so it'd be a +5 to that, Andy.
Yeah.
Corben? Okay,
Yeah,
so
because
13.
my aura.
Just a straight roll or disadvantage or anything?
Nope, just a straight roll.
So it'll be 18.
Got it. Okay. So just on the edge of what you can see, and it's almost like fading out beyond your visible range, and then kind of back as if it's sort of a walking past, you see a humanoid figure, a dark shape that you can't make out, and you just hear a voice. Bjorn.
I miss you too, Sasha. I gotta run out there.
Corben,
It's
you
so
watch
cold out
as
there by
Bjorn starts talking, and he kind of gets up like he's gonna walk away from the camp almost.
Where are you going?
I look to you, Corben.
I say I don't yell that. I'm like,
Okay.
where are you going? What's going on?
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
I swear it's Sasha. I swear I think she's been following us.
From
Then I'll kind of point out to where
Ravenloft?
I've heard her back at the Vistani camp, and at first I thought my mind was putting tricks on me, and I went out there and I saw Prince. And I thought I just saw her just now out there. Then I'll point out to that general direction to where I saw her. Do you see anything?
Do I see the figure as well?
You do not.
I don't see anything.
It's so weird. I don't know what to make of it.
How long has this been happening? Since we left Ravenloft?
Yeah, so for a few days now. Well, I guess it's been almost like a week now. Spent 2 days out on the road instead.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But it happened back at the Vistani camp?
Yep. So, I mean,
I don't see anything
we all
now,
knew that
but
Strahd's following, or, watching us, so maybe she was sent.
right. We could be, they might be watching us.
Could be good news. Maybe she could help us out. If she's showing interest in me or us.
She is a vampire, though.
Yeah, but
She's interested in sucking all the blood out of your body and killing you.
yeah.
Okay.
But
Just so you know that.
she serves Strahd also, so
Yeah,
think
so
we're in the-
she's probably not our friend,
so
if you know what I mean.
I mean, it's like one of those things. It's probably okay. It's not blood. She's more of a stepsister. So I think it's.
No, I'm pretty sure I got a vibe off her back at our dinner.
All right. Well,
she
we
was-
should.
An undead fiend.
You sure?
Yeah.
I wasn't getting the same vibe.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, I think for sure that she's following us, though. I think she's out here. So just keep an eye.
All right.
I think if she meant us harm, she might have done something sooner. But I could definitely hear her calling. You didn't hear anything at all, though, huh?
I didn't hear anything.
All right. Well, don't tell
Dave,
Mara. She'll freak out about this.
Dave, am I hearing any of this conversation at all, or am I sleeping?
You'd probably be sleeping at this point because they haven't woken you for your watch yet.
Yep. I'll tell. Just leave this between ourselves right now. We don't need to.
You don't want to tell Mara about this? She's got the
No,
next
she's
watch.
gonna get worried about everything. No, yeah, we'll tell her about it.
Yeah. She's
Keep
got
an
the
eye out
next
for
watch. We don't want it.
Just don't tell her.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. We'll tell her.
All right. So other than that experience and conversation, your watch is relatively uneventful, given the fact that you really can't see or hear much at all because of the wind and snow. And eventually, and you keep feeding the fire little bits of wood to just keep some flame going throughout the night. And it's flickering at times. It struggles to stay lit, and you add some more wood to it and keep it going. And eventually, your watch comes to an end, and you go to wake Casimir and Mara.
Mara. It's your watch.
Yeah, got it.
Bjorn
Thanks.
thinks he might have seen something.
What did you
Figure.
see? Of who?
A figure.
I think,
and he thought he heard his name being like whispered or called to.
Yeah, I think Sasha's following us. I think.
Hey, Bjorn. When we were at Ravenloft, did you guys swap spit at all, or did she take any of your beard hair or anything that could potentially be used against you in some sort of magical way, do you think?
Did she give you anything?
Yeah, did she give you anything?
Some good looks, and that's about it.
That's a
I don't
good
think,
question because if If
She
she
did.
has something of yours, it's possible that she could scry on you.
She probably took some of my beard hair. She was finessing my this majestic beard.
It's hard not to, I must admit. I want to reach out and touch it myself, but this...
It's like a proud lion.
Oh man.
That
I'm
means
going to bed.
if this is true, that means that Strahd has a means of watching us, watching you in particular, Bjorn. Mara, are you able to detect these types of divination magics?
I'm thinking about this a little bit. I don't know if I can I can't detect anything right now. But I'm wondering maybe I could try to dispel the magic or remove the curse if he's cursed in any way.
Well, yes, if he is cursed, that could work. But if they are simply watching us through some sort of a divination magic, that in and of itself is not a curse. However, give me a moment. And you watch as he moves his hands in this sort of strange way, and he mutters a few words of a language you don't understand. And his eyes sort of flash blue for a moment, kind of glassy, silvery blue, and he just sort of looks around. I see no magics at play, but we should be wary.
All right, Bjorn, if you see this, if you hear this again, see this again, tell me, and I'll see if I can try to remove curse on you, and we'll see what we can maybe figure out.
Got it. Will do.
As you, Corben and Bjorn, make your way to sort of get nestled into some semblance of a sleeping position, Casimir stops you and just says, "And anything of the wolves in the night? Have you seen any sign?"
No other
Not
sign.
a peep.
Yeah.
Not a peep.
All right. Get some rest. And Casimir feeds another couple of sticks onto the fire to get it built back up a little bit.
Hey, Casimir, you've been around a long time, haven't you?
What are you trying to say, that I'm old? Yes. Yes, I have, Mara. I've been here for a long time.
No, I just mean that you have many, many years of wisdom beyond me, is what I'm saying.
You are just a young pup, after all.
Yeah. Did you ever meet this Rudolph Van Richten?
Van Richten? I know of him. I know of his deeds. I've never met the man myself. Do you believe him to be in Barovia or having been here?
I wonder. I came across some books at the toy store in Valakai, and it makes me wonder. You know, is he in fact, is he just a myth? Is he a real person? He's always been presented to me as a real person, but his name keeps coming up, and I thought somebody such as yourself, who's been around a long time, would have had more opportunity to run into somebody like this.
While it is true that I have been here for some time, in fact, long before even Strahd arrived in the valley, I have not spent much time in the human settlements of Valakai or Kresk or Barovia. A creature such as me was not warmly welcomed, especially after the traitorous Rahadin sought to avenge the death of Petrina. murdering many of our folk, and the people righteously were afraid of us, afraid of our presence, that our presence itself would bring the wrath of the devil. So no, I have not spent much time in the environs of the towns, but it is possible, I suppose, that the man, if he exists, has been here. The question would be, if he has been here, is he still here? Or
Well, that's what I was wondering.
was he able to somehow find a way to leave? Or some other fate worse than those? Hard to know.
I'm so sorry all of that happened to you. It's really unfair.
Yes, I believe that the Amber Temple and its power, although dangerous, could be helpful in terms of righting the wrongs that have been waged against my peoples. Perhaps even bringing my sister back from her fate. I believe that she is held still, her body, within the walls of Castle Ravenloft. I would do anything to recover her.
Well, we'll do what we can do.
Yes, we will.
Jenny, I met Jenny, Green Teeth.
Yes, she's a curious woman.
She is. We were warned to not trust her, but at least to my knowledge, she hasn't done anything untoward me anyway. She mentioned the three Fanes. What do you know about the three Fanes?
Ah, the deep history of Barovia. You can think of the three Fanes as powerful druids, perhaps demigods, that once ruled over the natural ebb and flow of life, fate. Not just in Barovia, but within a greater sphere of influence in the domains of dread. They were worshipped by many long before the Morning Lord was brought by Strahd and his peoples to the valley. From what I understand and what I have heard in the stories of the old druids, the forest folk, is that Strahd took their power, turned it against them, harnessed their power, desecrated their temples so that he could wield his influence over the land, the mists, the beasts that serve him, the people who pledge their allegiance to his evil machinations. The Fanes were goddesses. Good, bad. They were fair. They were balanced. Their loss was a terrible loss for the valley and all of the people of this region. Certainly it closed Barovia off from the rest of the world, as you have experienced, as I have experienced, where I could once come and go. Now, I too, as yourselves, am trapped within the mists. He just kind of looks up at you.
How is it that the Vistani can come and go? I'm trying to puzzle that out. I've asked it many times, but I haven't gotten a satisfactory answer.
It is said, and they will tell you, if provided enough mead, enough wine, that they have made some sort of deal with Strahd, the nature of which I don't quite understand. He seems to leave them alone for the most part. We have rarely seen any of his creatures wander into the camp. Even with the presence of the few remaining Dusk Elves, it seems as though the Vistani have formed a bit of a, I don't know if it would be a sanctuary, but an island of relative calm in a storm of terror and evil. But to say that they are lucky for that deal, I don't know if that would be true. Boris and Emil and Arabelle and the others, it was not their deal that was made, it was generations ago. Many of them don't leave Barovia very often, but they can. It is curious. If we can have success at the Amber Temple, perhaps we can change all this. That is my hope.
How far are we from the Amber Temple now?
Well, tomorrow we should, if all things go well, we should reach Tsolenka Pass. A narrow, treacherous pass, well guarded, well fortified. Once we pass the bridge, it's another day to the temple gates, where the real challenge lies.
Besides the winter wolves, are there any other creatures that we should be looking out for?
Well, the rock, which we saw the other day flying overhead, if it takes notice of us again, it could be bad. There are other folk that often inhabit these landscapes. Mountain folk is what they're called. They should pose little threat to us if we were to encounter them. Being calm and being steady in our engagement would be advised. Beyond
Make
that,
sure to tell Bjorn
there are many undead creatures that have walked these paths. The last time I was here, there were a handful of soldiers of an undead type guarding Tsolenka Pass. We will be cautious when we get closer. We should scope it out before we enter the gates, but
yeah,
I think we will make it. We are strong. We have those two, and we have ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, any undead wouldn't surprise me at all. I guess I was thinking about other things beyond undead, so thank you for sharing. Thanks for sharing that with me. I mean, it doesn't give me much comfort, but at least to be forewarned is to be somewhat forearmed, hey?
Yeah, I agree with that. Vigilance is key. And he kind of looks around as far as he can out into the distance, and with the wind howling and the snow falling. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me, Mara. And I will roll one for Casimir.
Oh.
Ooh, an 8. Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't do that at a disadvantage. You want me to roll again?
Yeah. That would be good. Hey, there we go. Also roll a d20 for me. Okay. So other than the conversation and the cold, the biting cold that sort of threatens frostbite if you were to leave any bit of your skin exposed, the rest of the night goes relatively uneventful. The sound of the wind and your teeth chattering against each other as you shiver a bit at times keep you occupied throughout the night. And later in the morning, things start to the wind starts to die slightly, and the party wakes to find a thin blanket of snow covering everything. You kind of shake it off your bed rolls and your gear, and the horse is already up, kind of shaking and, you know, kind of stomping its feet a little bit like it wants to get moving.
So guys, let's get some rations in us and get moving, hey?
I think that's a good idea.
Yep.
I'm just gonna start gathering up my stuff.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys noticed that gigantic bird that flew over yesterday, but if you see it again, you know, take cover. Try not to make any sudden movements because we could be its dinner. So we need to watch for that. We need to watch for the winter wolves, and Casimir also said we might encounter some mountain folks, but if we stay calm and respectful, that we shouldn't have any problems with them. So I guess these are all things, and then of course the undead, which, you know, inevitably will hang around. So stay with your eyes open and be ready.
Sounds like we have a good chance for a fight.
Yeah, but maybe not with those mountain folk, okay?
Sweet.
Anything to keep me warm and swinging the axe or this great sword is definitely warms up the muscles a little bit.
Do some jumping jacks.
It's not the same.
Who hasn't rolled a d20 for me yet? Just a straight d20. Anyone? Let's get Bjorn to roll. All right, Bjorn or Corben, go ahead and roll a d20.
Okay.
Corben, you want to do it? I don't think you have
Sure.
yet.
I got it.
Okay.
13.
Oh boy. All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick break.
I don't like the sound of that.
Let's take a
I'll roll. Roll.
Too late. Let's take a 10-minute break.
I rolled one earlier that had a 20 on it.
You did.
Yeah,
you rolled really well.
All right, 10-minute break.
Yeah, we're gonna take a 10-minute break, and then we will we'll come back and find out what a 13 means.
Okay.
All right. See you guys in a bit.
All right. All right, we're back. Andy rolled a 13 on a d20, and we're all waiting to find out what it is. What's the outcome? What does it all mean? All right, so you guys set off from your campsite. Hold on, I actually have something written here. Oh, you set off from your campsite. There you go. Just kidding. You set out from your camp, continuing your ascent along this now snow-covered path. Fresh snow, anyways, covering the path. The temperature on this day is colder, and you pull tightly the warm weather gear that you were gifted by the Vistani to maintain a livable, survivable body temperature. It's well below freezing at this point, and the winter chill almost threatens frostbite or worse. You continue through the day, marching, pulling the horse pulling the cart behind you, struggling as the snow grows deeper and the wheels seem to get bogged down in the crusty snow that sits beneath this sort of fluffy layer of, 3 to 5 inches of snow on top. Snow blows from all directions as well as you make your way up this passage. At this point, you don't see anything in the distance or nearby. You just see snow, and you feel the wind buffeting you from all sides. Casimir sets out a little bit ahead of the cart as he did the previous day's journey. Are you guys, who's sitting in the cart and who's walking?
I'll sit in the cart.
I can walk this time.
Okay. Mara? Oh, you're muted. Walking, I think you said.
Sorry, I am walking, yeah.
Okay. Bjorn, roll a land vehicles check. So just let's do a d20 plus your dexterity this time. Because you're essentially struggling now to keep the cart moving forward as the horse is sort of wandering back and forth. You can tell the horse is struggling a bit.
Nice. Oh, with disadvantage?
No, just a straight roll.
So 24.
Yep.
Nice. Heck yeah.
Yeah,
you're able to keep it going. You urge the horse forward, although you can tell that it's struggling in the snow and the cold. It seems to be slowing down a little bit. And you make your way forward. Eventually, those of you that are walking see it first, but you see Casimir stop in his tracks, and he puts up a hand behind him. And you can see that he peers ahead, and then he turns back to you, Mara and Corben, and he kind of waves you forward a little bit.
Okay.
And
All right.
he says, "I believe Tsolenka Pass to be near. Around this bend, I believe, we shall start to make out the gatehouse. We should tread quietly and carefully."
Should we bring the cart? Or will that make too much noise?
Perhaps we could go take a look before we make that decision.
I'm going to go back and tell Bjorn what's going on. Hey, Bjorn. Like crunch, 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 crunch. Hey, Bjorn. Tsolenka Pass is up around the corner, and we're going to go take a look and see what's going on, because we might not want to bring the cart if it's too noisy. So you want to hang back here just for a second while we scope it out?
All right. Well, if you see anything, let me know so I could go running in.
Okay. You ready?
Better
Right,
not
so-
start a fight without me, and I'll be pissed.
I won't do this voluntarily, my friend. Okay. Crunch, 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 crunch.
So you and Corben and Casimir are standing there, and he says, "We should proceed quietly and cautiously. Let's go." He's gonna try to stealth, so I'm gonna roll a stealth check for him.
Well, if he's gonna stealth, then I should as well.
Oof. You got a 4.
Are we all rolling for stealth, or
If you want to stealth, you can tell as he sort of leads you forward that he's trying to proceed cautiously and quietly, but he crunches through the snow, and it's really loud. As you know how when you step on crusty snow and you kind of fall through it, kind of breaks and you fall through it. Corben, on the other hand, you're able to somehow, despite you have heavy armor on, I think, don't you? You have like plate.
Yeah, I do. I might have to roll that at a disadvantage.
Yeah. So go ahead and make a roll at disadvantage, or roll it again. Okay.
15.
Yeah, you seem to do okay. I mean, you're certainly used to wearing this type of armor. So you sneak up, and the snowy path that you're on, it hugs this mountainside really tightly, and it's kind of like this rock ledge gets narrower and narrower as you continue along. To your left, you've got these icy cliffs that rise sharply towards dark rolling clouds that seem to just sort of fly past above you, dropping snow on top of you. On your right, the ground falls away into a sea of fog that just disappears. It's just a cliff that disappears into nothingness. Howling winds buffet you from below and from above, and the visibility gets worse as you start to see this pass get narrower and narrower. Eventually, as you come around this corner of this rock, you can see Casimir stop, and he crouches down, and the two of you come kind of over his shoulders to look ahead at what lies in front of you. Through the wind and the snow, you make out a high wall of black stone lined with spikes and topped by strange statues. Hard to make out, but it almost, well, actually roll, go ahead and roll perception checks. Corben and Mara, let's see what you make out.
Mara does better.
Yep, Mara, you can see that these statues appear to be some sort of birds, large bird creatures. Long-necked birds with wings sort of tucked behind them, and their heads with these kind of like horns and spikes on them. You also see at the center of the wall is a closed iron portcullis. Behind it, you can make out this weird green curtain of flame just glowing, and that's the thing that really draws your attention, is this glow of green behind this iron portcullis.
The birds are not they're statues. They aren't actual birds, correct?
They appear to be statues. You don't see them moving.
Okay.
And you also see, because you rolled so high with that perception roll, you also see behind the wall that I described and the gate and everything, there's a tower behind it of stone, white stone, that appears to sort of grip the mountain's edge. So there's a wall, and then there's a tower behind it. The tower itself is like 30 feet tall, approximately. The walls themselves are approximately 20 feet tall. Casimir just kind of turns to the two of you and says, what should we do?
What is that? Do you know what that green flame is?
I've not seen that before, but it appears to be some protective magic.
I could try a dispel magic spell on this situation, but I think we should have our whole crew with us. We should have Bjorn here in case something goes crazy.
Yeah. How far away are we from it at this point?
Great question. Let's see. Let's roll and see how far you guys are. There we go. I have so many windows open. Let's do this. You're about 25 feet.
All right, let's get Bjorn, and let's maybe not bring the cart. It'll just be one more thing we have to worry about should we get into a kerfuffle, and I think we're going to get into a kerfuffle here.
Okay. I'm just gonna turn to Casimir and say, what is this place? Are there people that live here that
This is
man this?
This is Tsolenka Pass. This is the guarded gates beyond which lie the Amber Temple, about a day from here. This is a narrowing in the pass that is a fortification, a defensive post. When I've been through here in the past, it has been well guarded.
By what?
He relates to the same things that he told Mara about the undead soldiers that he witnessed.
Okay, that's right. Okay, yeah, we shouldn't be separated. We should go get Bjorn. So do we have to sneak back there?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to
retrace our
sneak if you
steps?
don't want to. You could try to sneak back if you want.
I rolled a pretty bad perception, so I probably can't see if there's guards. Yeah, we should probably try to stay somewhat stealthy.
Do you want me to go back and get him?
Well, I mean, we can discuss it with Bjorn, but I mean, how are we going to get in here?
Well, I could try. I could attempt a dispel magic spell and see if that takes down any of these magical defenses.
I have that. I have that ability as well, Mara. So if yours doesn't work, I could try as well.
Okay.
Okay.
But be forewarned that if we dispel the magic, that may give away our position.
Yeah. I was just about to say that, and the gate is still closed. So we have to figure out how to get that gate open, because that may be mechanical and not magical.
When I have been here before, when I have approached the gate, it has opened as if expecting me.
Okay. Well, that's helpful.
I don't know if that's to be the case on this day.
Well, let's get Bjorn and head towards the gates, and maybe not do anything until we have to.
Okay.
And hopefully we won't give away too much of our position and power.
Okay, so you're gonna go get Bjorn and bring him up to this position that you're at currently, and leaving the horse in the cart behind for now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, well, let's. I'm gonna bring you guys over to a map here. Let's see if anybody can see anything. There we go. Hopefully, you guys can see that.
Yes.
Let me do this just for the sake of giving you guys an option here, or a visibility here. I'm going to grab you for a minute and put you. I don't know if this is going to ruin anything, but that's what you're looking at. If you were walking up to this fortress,
Oh, okay.
that's sort of the approach view of the fortress. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So like, this is the walkway.
That's the portcullis. Yep. These are the two statues that are atop the gate of the birds. The iron spikes.
Yep. There's no way around.
And then there's a tower up here.
You might need to zoom out or pan around.
I'm zoomed all the way out. I don't know if it's roll 20 or.
It's probably a setting with your token. Hold on a sec. Let me double check what we're looking at.
I think I'm frozen too. I'm coming back in. Give me a second.
Hit points are off.
It says that you have vision. You should be able to see, Bjorn. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it was my game froze up.
Okay. Can you see now?
Not in yet. Give me a second.
Oh, here we go. Hold on a sec. This might help. Now you should be able to see.
Nope. I just see the red circle, the ping that you did. That was it. It's still all black.
Okay. Token has the ability to see. You have 60 feet night vision, right? You're a dwarf.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyways. So, bring you guys. Oh.
Oh, now I went black.
Yeah, you guys are over
Dave
here
just
now.
moved us.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm putting you guys back on the map. So, hopefully you can at least see that.
Yeah.
Okay, I can. I had to move my cursor over, my position over.
All right. Bjorn, are you with us? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. It's not able to see anything. I'm trying to reload it on a different device.
Oh yeah, if you're using I don't know what browser you're using, but that will have an impact.
Yeah, I was using Google Chrome.
Well, that should work. It's weird that I can hear my own voice.
Yeah, somebody's speakers are playing.
I think it's in mine. Hello, test.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear? Like, take off your headphones. Can you still hear us?
I can't when the headphones are off. All right, if you want to keep going, Dave, and I'll figure this out. I'll in a few minutes.
All right. So this is the scene, guys. You are sort of hugging this wall tightly. What would you like to do?
Well, I guess there's no other way in. We got to go through this door. So we should cautiously approach it. I don't think anybody should touch the door at all. Especially since there's this weird green flame inside.
I agree.
When we get close, do we attempt to dispel the magic?
Well,
let's see if the door opens first and see if there's anything that happens that is different than when you were here last time, Casimir.
The green flame is different.
Casimir, and that's definitely, it's obviously magic. He can detect magic, right?
I I believe it to be magic, but I will confirm that right now. And you watch as his eyes go green, blue, sort of radiant with blue energy, and he nods his head and says, "It is indeed magic, some sort of abjuration magic."
Okay.
Which, if that's the case, depending on the power of that magic, we should be able to dispel it. But once we do, I suggest it will trigger, it has the potential to alarm or alert the people inside, so we must move quickly once that is down.
Would that whatever that is, would that prevent us from trying to go over the wall? Trying to possibly scale the wall and go over it?
That could be possible.
I don't know if Corben has that equipment, but he probably doesn't. Now that I think of it.
Climbing hook or climbing kit or anything like that?
I think
we've got rope. I've got rope. That's all I've got.
Yeah, we got rope.
You guys are also wearing super heavy armor. Both
and
Mara
got our
and
packs.
Corben. Yep.
And a shield.
It would mean leaving behind much of our gear.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable with that.
Okay.
We might need something.
I guess.
So
leave us with much of a choice then.
So if we end up dispelling magic, like we need to run, and hopefully we'll see what happens, I guess. we kind of know something could happen, so let's just be ready, hey?
Do you have to be up close to it to do this?
Dispel the magic?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're close enough for me.
Yeah, I could do it from here easily, or even farther back if needed. But once it's down, we want to move quickly.
Okay.
So let's see if we can't get on the other side of the door first. How close is that green light to the gate on the other side?
It's about 10 feet behind the main portcullis gate.
Okay.
So the gate would be here on the front end of this 10 by 10 square here, and the green would be on the back side of it.
Okay. So let's let the door open and then go in and dispel instead of dispelling from here. Otherwise, we won't be able to get through. We might not be able to get through at all.
Yeah, Casimir, how close did you get last time before the door just opened on its own for you? Did you have to get right up to it?
I don't recall. It took me by surprise, but it was close.
All right. Okay, so why don't we, I don't know, do you want to move up and see if it'll open?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's just hug this side of the trail.
Why don't you lead the way?
All right.
He will
Hey, Dave,
follow. Yeah?
I still got the black screen. Are you sure it's not my character?
Oh, man. I can look again. Let me delete your character and come back. Oh, it does. Bjorn. Save. Bjorn. It's weird that it would do this. I mean, it's probably a weird Roll20 thing, but man, you were able to see when we were at Argenbos no problem. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll see if we can get it fixed. Roll20 is acting very, very strange, as per usual. Almost, it seems like. Roll20, get your shit figured out, man. We're getting tired of it. We've definitely talked about leaving Roll20. Okay.
Does it work to like drag a torch out?
He's got 60 feet of vision. Everything seems like it's the way it should be. His token is assigned correctly. Nothing, Ben?
Nope, I could see the black or the red ping that you just did.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you're looking at the right spot.
Yep.
See the green ping?
Yeah, that was me.
Really frustrating.
Dave, he has like the default token and everything.
It doesn't have a default token, no. All right, let's see.
I'm the only character with dark vision. Does that?
I bet it's that token issue that I had that one time where Runar wasn't working.
Yeah, no, I checked that.
Oh, okay.
Man, this is fucking annoying. Just want to play. Blah, blah, blah. Everything looks like it should.
There we go. It just popped up.
Just popped up.
No idea why I had to do that, but let me just look at one thing here. Okay, weird. All right, well there you go. Let me do this real
thank you.
quick though before we move on.
Do you want to show them the front of the fortress again?
Yeah, give me a second.
All right.
I'm doing a bunch of different things at the same time. Okay.
I think it's roll 20's acting up because I think
Well,
I'm frozen again.
it's just like you're frozen again.
Yeah, I just aired out. Gateware timed out.
Okay.
I'm coming back in. All right, go ahead and continue on. And then if worst comes to worst, I can figure it out from there. All right,
But you can see at this point.
Yep, I can see now. Yep.
So just real quick, that is what that's what the fortress looks like. Can you see that?
Yeah, off the side of the cliff.
Over here? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right. All right, we're back, baby. We're back.
All right.
Oy vey. All right. So we all move forward.
So Corben's going first.
How close are we getting?
What order are we going in? And then I can tell you that.
Well,
Well,
it
we
looks
were
to me
gonna
like you've got
I think-
Corben, Casimir, Bjorn, and Mara right now.
Okay.
I thought
Okay.
the idea was to see if the door automatically opened like it normally does.
Right. I think we should stay close together though, so that if Casimir and or I need to do some dispel magic, we can do so.
Okay.
We need to.
Okay.
Casimir,
gonna-
you're towards the front, so you go first.
He's following
If
right
the-
behind
yeah.
Corben right now.
Okay, and I'm gonna go last. So Bjorn.
Okay, so you're right now, Corben, you're about 10 feet, maybe 15 feet from the gate. Nothing's happened yet.
Any change in the green flame?
None.
I think we need to be on the path, like first of all, because we're not even on the path.
You guys are like right on the edge of it.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Great. I'm waiting for you guys to move. I'm waiting for you guys to move forward before I move forward. Because I'm trying to take up the rear here.
All right, Corben, you're sort of in the lead here. So what do you want to keep moving forward, or what do you want to do at this point?
Yeah, I'll move forward.
Okay. As you move forward, you see piles of scattered bones covered in the snow laying before the gate. You first notice them as you crunch your feet over the top of them, breaking some of the bones. And as you get within 10 feet of the gate, you hear the shriek of metal grinding that starts, and the gate begins to rise.
Okay.
So the portico is just opened, and the green flames are still fiery behind it. Casimir rushes forward. We must dispel the magic.
Bjorn, come on, let's go.
Yep, I'm trying to move.
You can see him start to cast a spell to attempt to dispel the magic. And let's see. He's going to make an ability check to see if he can dispel it. That is...
Is that plus anything?
Yep. He's like, it didn't work. Mara, this is strong magic. Maybe if you can try as well, we can do it.
Okay.
So roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier.
Oh, I
Which is
can't
your-
just cast dispel magic.
Well, that's what you're doing. You're casting, if you cast a spell magic, that's how it works.
Oh, okay.
So you have to you have to use a spell slot to cast a spell magic, and then you roll a d20 plus your spellcasting modifier, which I believe for you would be your wisdom.
I'm sorry. I was paying attention to something else. I apologize. What do you want me to roll? Wisdom?
D20 plus your charisma or your whatever your modifier is.
Wisdom modifier, not charisma.
Yeah, wisdom. Ooh.
Oh God.
Shit.
Okay.
Casimir is going to try again. This is using up much of my magic, but I will try again.
Oh.
He succeeds
Oh.
by 1 point.
Oh
and
my God.
you watch as he kind of does his thing and concentrates, and the blue-green flame fades, flickering, and disappears. You can see that he's visibly fatigued from that. We must move quickly.
Thank you, Casimir. Come on, you guys, let's go.
Yep, let's go. Let's go through.
You guys start moving through.
Yeah, I'm just gonna approach this side of it and just kind of cautiously peer out to see if there's anybody in there or anything.
All right,
That's
go ahead and
I'm doing too.
Go ahead and roll a perception check, guys. And then roll for initiative.
11.
Okay, and then roll for initiative.
That I just did. Wait, I didn't.
You didn't have your selected.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you rolled the exact same thing.
Bjorn, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm with you guys, but roll 20 is not with me right now. You want to roll initiative for me?
You bet.
Where are you going to be located?
I'm going to be right by in the front, so pretty much protecting Mara.
Do you want to be in front of Mara?
Yeah, just pushing myself in front. I'll probably be up front with like you two, Corben. Are you up front?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'll be side by side with Corben.
Okay.
Mara, what's your dexterity score?
0.
Okay.
So
As you guys walk up to the edge of where the green flame was, you look down and there's bones scattered across the courtyard. And let's see, what did we get for perception rolls? What did you guys roll for perception?
10, 11. I don't know if Mara... Oh, no, Mara rolled...
I rolled 10. I rolled 10.
Okay. You look up at the guard tower and you see 4 figures that move to see what all the commotion is about. And staring up at them, despite the wind and the snow, you can see that they seem to be undead skeletons. Let's get them on the board here for initiative. You know what? Let's also get some frickin' Battlefield music going. How's that sound? Ooh, shit, that's pretty good. Natural 20, is that good?
I'll just keep doing it.
All right. And then also, as you look down at the bones, there's these frozen corpses that start to stand up on either side of the gate.
Oh.
And we have ourselves a good old-fashioned Dungeons and Dragons battle. Ooh, they rolled terribly, which is good for you guys. All right, so Bjorn, you are first in the order.
All right, I'm gonna swing at this one to our right.
Okay.
I'm gonna rage first, and swing my greatsword. See if it's let me.
Uh, 13 will miss.
Ooh.
It lurches forward, and as you swing and miss it.
All right, I'll take a second attack at it. So I missed
right.
on it. So on the back swing one more time at him.
Yeah,
Oh, the
13
same roll.
misses again.
Stupid roll.
It just reaches out at you. Anything
All right,
else,
now
Bjorn?
That'll be it. I'll end my turn.
Do you have?
Alright.
Did you have disadvantage on? But it'd still be the left one, right?
It's still the
Yeah,
left
it's
one.
still the left
Okay.
one.
He actually
just
had.
turned it on.
Yeah. All right. So we've got some archers. They're gonna move in, and they're gonna start firing some arrows down upon you guys. Come on. Right. First shot's coming at Bjorn. 21 to hit for 10 piercing.
Oh,
That misses.
Okay.
21 misses you?
Yeah.
Damn.
The second one is also coming at you. An 11, that misses. Fourth one at you, 19, misses. And the last one's at Corben. 20
20 just hits.
for 10 piercing as an arrow strikes you in the chest, right through your armor. Casimir's turn. Let's see. He is going to cast Mage Armor, which is a smart thing to do. And that's his turn. Let's do this. I'm gonna give him a little. Let's give him a little armor. We'll give him a strong guy sort of thing going on.
Is there, can you either explain it or put it into roll 20?
I am going to. Yeah, give me a sec.
That's a new one for me.
It like increases his AC for a certain amount of time, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what it does. All right, now you can actually see the top of the turret.
Ah,
All right. Yeah, you wanted to see what that is. There you go. Mara, it's your turn.
Okay. You guys are kind of in my way here, so I'm gonna have to step out.
You can move through us if you want.
Yep, you just
Yeah,
can't
I
stop in
know.
their space.
Right, I know. I just didn't want to be in front of them, but I'm gonna be here. Let's see,
Well,
10,
you could-
20, 30. So each one of these is 10 or 5 feet in this one, Dave.
The big squares are 10 feet.
Okay, so 10, 20, 30. Okay, I'm gonna take another step out here, and I'm gonna cast.
Before you do that,
Pass.
you're gonna get an attack of opportunity on you from this bleak-born undead is gonna claw at you. $15.
Nope.
Nice. He misses you as you step through the space. All right, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to cast Turn Undead.
Okay.
Nice.
And I have the destroy feature now that I'm level 8. So,
Destroy feature.
well, depending on how high what their level is.
Yep. Is everything under like level 3 destroy outright?
Yeah. Or yeah.
Double check
I
the
think
level.
so.
I would look at it again.
Yeah.
It's what level are you? 8. So anything under
8.
challenge rating 1 or lower destroys
Okay.
it. So,
Okay.
but yeah, you use your channel divinity to turn undead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what's the range on that is 30 feet.
30 feet. Right.
So that is all of them. Okay. So they have to make
That was my aim. And what?
Yep.
And those are the ones that the ones over to my right are up above. On those are the ones with the arrows, archers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Because I couldn't see before I came through. So thanks.
All right. So let's see. We need some wisdom saves. So the guy on the ground to the left first. 5. I believe that is a failure. What's he trying to beat?
That is my oh my god, I'm just slow here today.
A 12.
Looking
The
for
other one.
You're looking for spell save
Your
DC
spell save DC. Yes.
is 15.
Okay. So those guys fail. And then the archers. And let's see. Those guys are not destroyed. The archers. First one. You said 15.
Yep.
So that one saves. Second one saves.
Which one?
Third one saves. A 0. This one is obliterated. A 0. That's
Zero.
pretty
Which
bad.
one? Can you ping them?
Yeah.
Which ones are still in existence?
All of them are still up except for the one that I
Okay.
just put an X on.
But that causes them damage.
No,
Whatever
it does not.
effect.
It does not cause any damage. Turn creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can. It cannot willingly move into a space if within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. So it needs a bit. They basically, if they didn't save, which it's these two guys on the ground, luckily, which is sweet for you guys. The archers, however, all saved. So that was your action, Mara. Do you want to do anything else? And you've moved 20 feet. So you have 10 feet of movement.
No, I don't.
Okay. Corben.
I'm gonna swing at this guy closest to me with the sun sword. So I'm gonna pull it, swing at him.
Okay.
Let me just check something again real quick here. I have this. The sun sword does extra against undead. Is that correct? Okay.
I believe so. You should have that in your notes, don't you?
I do. I just wanted to be sure I was.
Yeah, I don't know everything all the time, but
Okay.
I will look.
I opened the sun sword, but there was no description. It just a picture. Okay.
Hey Dave, I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom real quick. I'll attack the one nearest to me, just with a great axe or a great sword.
Okay.
Let's see. Don't you have the sun sword in your inventory?
Yeah.
So doesn't it tell you in there what damage it does?
Yeah, I have a global damage modifier that says Sun Sword Undead 1d8. So I just ticked it on.
Oh,
And
there you go.
It added it to my. It's just been a while since I used it. I didn't recognize it.
Yeah, okay. That definitely hits for 20 radiant damage. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to use my extra attack and hit him again.
Okay. That also hits for 19 radiant damage. Wow.
Yep.
That thing is so sweet. Mara, do you want to use a reaction for any reason at this point? What else do you want to do, Corben?
I will stay right here.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, I'm gonna stay here.
Okay. That brings us to the undead on the ground. Let's see.
So they failed. Do they have to try to move away?
We'll get there, man. Just
Oh, okay.
chill out for a second. We'll get there, pal.
I didn't mean to rush you.
Yeah. So first of all, everybody's going to take a total of 14 cold damage as they give off this heat draining aura that starts to suck the heat right out of your bodies. What did I say? 14. Oof, Casimir. He's not the hardiest of all the characters, that's for sure. And then the one on the right is going to start to move away from Mara. And is Ben back?
Yep. Sorry about that.
Do you want to take an attack of opportunity as the undead creature starts to run away from Mara? It's going to go to the east as far as it can to the cliff. All right, so go ahead and take an attack of opportunity. That hits.
16.
Yep, that hits
Right, so
for 10
damage.
slashing. Okay. And it uses its entire turn racing towards the edge of this cliff. And then it just kind of stops there. And it kind of turns towards you, Mara, and howls at you as the terror in its undead eyes staring back at you. However, Corben, this other one that you had hit turns as it takes damage from the sword that you've attacked it with. It turns towards you and it starts to attack you.
And I'm gonna throw up a warding flare for him.
Okay, so it'll be at disadvantage. Nice. So the first attack, the Chilling Grasp. Nice, a natural 1 with the disadvantage. So that first one misses. And the second attack, 23 to hit.
Oh, it's not with disadvantage anymore?
Nope, only when she throws up a warding flare.
All right. So that's for 24 cold?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's half my hit points.
Bjorn.
Yep. My go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will move up by Corben here. 5, 10, 15 to right here. Am I able to move right there, or is that hard terrain?
It's gonna be very difficult to get up there. Roll an acrobatics check for me. Or an athletics, whichever you prefer.
Dave, that one also didn't have to run away from Mara?
And actually, I made an error. But yeah, you're able to get up there. That's fine.
All right. So I'll flank him, then I'm going to attack him.
Yep, with advantage. Yep.
Combat damage.
Yes.
To hit.
Yeah, that hits for 10 more damage.
Then second attack. For another 12 more damage.
Wow. Nicely done, sir.
Nice.
Yeah. You're just hacking and slashing at this thing.
Yep. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. I actually messed up. This other one over here did not have to run from you, but it did, and it's gonna realize that in its next turn. Let's see.
I thought two of them.
Yeah, I thought these two by the gate failed.
They did,
two by
but
the gate failed.
if you guys read the spell, and that's why I asked Mara if you had a reaction that you wanted to say. If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. And you guys attacked them. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the skeleton guys at the top are gonna fire down. We got 3 shots at Mara.
I'm gonna put up a warding flare here.
Okay, so a 9 misses for the first one. Second shot, 17.
It's
For 6 piercing, and the third one, 14.
miss.
Okay, so you got hit with one of them.
Got 6. You said.
Yep, 6 piercing. Casimir is going to move forward to where he can see what's going on, and then he is going to cast. Wow. He takes one look at this creature over here as it turns to come back at you, and he is going to cast Fireball.
Oh, nice.
You see this bright streak of light flash across from his hand towards that creature. Let's see. Needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
And that's a 20-foot radius. So doesn't he catch that other guy up on the turret there?
No, they're too far up. It's too
Okay.
high.
All right.
What did I say? A dexterity? Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, they saved. So that means they're going to take half damage. So it's 8d6. It's still not bad.
Yeah.
So I'll do 2, 4. So a total of 25 halved is going to be 12 damage. It's not bad. All right. This thing is on fire momentarily. Okay. That is his turn. Mara, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit each one of these guys each once with a scorching ray.
Okay. Let me just double check. I think that 13 hits. Yes, and yes. So the first one takes 8 damage. Takes a blast, but still up. Second one, same. They're all still standing, but they look pretty bad. And 6, got it. Okay. Anything else, Mara?
No.
All right, Corben. You and Bjorn have this creature flanked. You might be muted. I don't know. I'm not watching. Yeah.
No, I don't think I am I?
Oh, okay. Nope, not anymore.
I want to attack him, but I'm getting really beat up here. I have to take my action to heal myself. Okay, so I'm going to use Lay on Hands to heal myself for 20.
Okay. So that's your action?
Yeah, that counts as an action.
Okay.
Let me just verify that. Hold on. Yeah, as an action. And yeah, that's it. I don't think I can. I'll stay right here. I don't want to move.
Okay.
And that was my action. Okay, so I can't do anything else.
Shoot.
Okay.
All right, so that brings us to the undead. Okay, there we go. Bjorn, the one between you and Corben is going to take a couple swings at... Oh, actually, shit. I almost forgot about this. Everybody is going to take... Let's see, who is within... Oh, shit. I got to measure some distance here real quick.
You should have just forgot about that, Dave.
I know. But then I would be if I did that, I'd be a bad DM. All right, so everybody's going to take... That should have been 2d6. So everybody's going to take 9 cold damage. And then everybody except for Bjorn is going to take 4 cold damage in addition.
God.
As these creatures sap the energy from you. Now, this guy is going to attack you, Bjorn, with his chilling grasp.
I got a question. Is cold damage, is that something that prevents... I can't read my stats because roll 20's going haywire on me.
What do you need to know?
For rage damage, is cold that halved as well?
Let me take a look. I don't think so, but let's just double check. Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Then for the bear totem.
Let's see. Bear totem. There we go.
I think it's all except for necrotic.
I think you're right. Hold on. Oh. You have resistance to all damage except psychic damage while raging. That's kind of something important to know. Jesus.
Okay, Dave. I have the Sentinel feat now too. So do
Okay.
I get an attack of opportunity for that?
You tell me, man.
Okay.
It is going to attack you, Bjorn. 16 is going to miss. And it's going to take its second attack on you. 19 is going to probably miss too, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so it misses twice.
I do get an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Go ahead and take it. Poof. Yeah, that hits.
I'd like to add a smite to that.
Okay. So that's 22. All right.
And he's undead.
He is. Most definitely.
Oh, minus that 8 at the top. So just an extra 19.
Oof. Nice. Yeah, you blast radiant energy into this thing and it just crumbles, Bjorn. You watch it as it just turns to dust and falls to the ground.
We need
In a
thing to
heap.
drop.
Actually, can you do smite on a reaction? Is it any attack? Read that for me just to double check.
I will double check. Hold on 1 second. Set in my spells. Divine Smite.
Probably should have asked you that before.
When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack.
Okay, great.
That's what it says.
Got it. All right. This other guy is going to swing in at Mara and is going to try to attack
And I'm
you,
gonna
Mara.
warding flare.
All right, so with disadvantage. 16 on the first attack. for 18 cold damage.
Oh.
And the second attack. Do you have any warding flares left?
I've got one left. Yes.
You want to use it?
Yep, I'm using it.
All right. 12.
Yep. No, it does not hit.
Okay. So what are your hit points now?
24 cold damage.
I'm doing math right now real fast here. 42 minus 18 is 24.
Okay. If you could do me a favor and update on your token too, so we can see. It's nice to be able to see your
there you go.
your levels.
It should be.
Yep.
You should be able to see that there.
All right, cool. Bjorn.
I am going to rage, or I'm already raging, so 5,
Yeah,
10,
you're already ticked off.
15, 20, 25. Could I go through? I can't remember the roll.
No, you
Am I
can't
able-
go. You can't go through a hostile enemy.
1, 2. Could I go through a friendly?
Yeah, but you can't stop in her spot.
Yep. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think I got 30. Only got 25. Oh, I got 35.
Oh, nice.
35. All right. Then
Nice.
attack.
With
All right.
advantage.
Yes, sir.
So great sword.
That
17
hits.
to hit.
Yep.
All right. So 11
Or,
damage.
11. Okay.
And second attack, swing in again. I hit it twice. Sorry. Just pay attention to that other one. 23 to hit.
Yep.
And
15.
14. Or yep, 13.
Got it.
And that'll be it.
Okay. Archers are going to fire down on you, Bjorn. First one.
Let it rain.
Actually, you know what? There's 4 of you. Let's do this. We're going to do D4. All right, I'm going to do this legit. So Andy's going to be 1, as he always is. He's always first. Mara's going to be 2. Bjorn's going to be 3. Casimir will be 4. So the first skeleton's going to fire at Bjorn. Just like I said. 20.
Misses.
Okay. Man, that must be nice. The second one is going to fire at Bjorn. Which is what you want, because he's got the high AC.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The third one is going to fire at...
Yeah.
Bjorn
buddy.
again. Nice.
Good.
Uh-oh, natural 20. You might take some...
That's the miss. No. Yeah, that hits.
So 12 piercing damage. And then halved, I think, right?
Yep.
Because you're
That's
totem.
cute. Yep.
So you take six little piercing damage. Casimir is going to run forward with his longsword and attack.
Did you do all 3 attacks? You just
I did.
Rolled... All right.
Longsword, two-handed. 25 is gonna hit. Whoa, nice.
Yeah.
That ain't bad. He only has 1 attack though. Okay, that brings us back to Mara.
Dave, have we identified where this cold damage is coming from? Which entity or entities they are coming from?
Roll an intelligence check. Just straight intelligence. You're not sure. All you know is that after you walked through the gate, you started taking on pulses of cold, this horrible cold piercing damage that's threatening to suck the energy right out of your bones. You're not sure the source.
Then I'm gonna cast Guardian of Faith.
Okay. Guardian of Faith. Where do you want to put it?
I'm putting it right above me, and like whoever's close. I think Bjorn might be in it, and Casimir might be in it. I'm not sure if Corben is.
You might be thinking of a different spell.
Yeah,
Perhaps. This is a spectral guardian that appears within 30 feet at your wherever you want within 30 feet that you can see.
I'm sorry. Yes, I am thinking. I was thinking about my spirit guardians. That's what I should have cast.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
that makes more sense.
Yeah, that's what I wanted, and I apologize. I wasn't.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that wasn't the right spell.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, DM, for being nice. I appreciate it.
No, that's fine. So you cast Spirit Guardians, and your cute little, yet angry and ornery foxes start running around in a 15-foot radius circle around you. When a creature enters the area for the first time or starts a turn there, it must make a wisdom save. So that takes place on their turn. So that's your turn. You cast the spell. Corben, Bjorn, and Casimir watch as these foxes start running around in circles, yipping and nipping at everything inside their path. Anything else you want to do, Mara?
No, there is not.
Okay. Corben.
All right, I will. I'll move up 5 and attack this thing in the middle of us.
All right. The ultimate flank.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Oops, advantage. I forgot. $16
16 hits.
for 19 radiant.
Okay.
And I'll hit him one more time. Extra attack.
Man, that sun sword is sweet. Oh,
25.
Yeah. Wow.
For
23 damage.
Yeah. He's still
or
up.
22 damage, I should say. He is teetering back and forth between the four of you as you all take swings at it with various implements.
I'm going to add a divine smite to that hit.
Okay.
Oh, I'm just going to turn off one thing quick. Because I already did that damage. Okay, here we go. It still adds the dueling thing, so it's just the 18.
Yeah, that's all it takes to drop him like an icy sack of shit, and he just falls to the ground in front of you.
Okay, I used 5.
You have 5 more feet of movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to just hug up against this wall to see if I can get any kind of cover from the archers above, if that's possible.
All right, we'll find out. Bjorn.
I'm going to give me one. How tall is this ledge to them right here?
It's 30 feet to the top.
So I want to be able to jump up and climb up it.
You tell me, is there some reason why you'd be able to jump 30 feet?
Well, hey, it's a really springy dwarf. Nope. Is there a door right here?
There's a door right here. Right where that sort of road attaches to the side.
All right. I am going to try to enter it.
Okay. You try to open the door and it does not open.
Van damn it.
All right. Roll an athletics check for me.
And I have an advantage because I'm raging. 22.
You kick the door down, it just splinters into pieces of wood as you kick it in. And you find yourself inside of a small tower ground level. A cold hearth stands across from the door, wind howling down the chimney. There's a stone staircase on the south wall and windows that look out over a foggy sea.
Did you say is there a ladder in there or a staircase?
I said a staircase.
Staircase? All right. I'll start running up the staircase.
All right. So how much movement have you used already up to the door?
I moved 5, 10, so another 25 feet of movement is what I want to do.
Okay, you get up, you run up the stairs, and you make it up to a second story. It's the upper level of the tower, and there are windows in almost every wall, and there's a rusted iron ladder bolted to the floor and the ceiling, and it leads up to a wooden trapdoor above you.
All right.
Mounted above the stone hearth is a dire wolf's head. Wind coming down the chimney howls. And that's about as far as you can get on this turn.
Got it. Thanks.
All right. Skeleton's turn. The 3 skeletons are going to fire at Mara. Let's see. We've got Mara, Corben. They'd probably fire at Mara or Casimir. So Mara, you're going to be 1 or 2. Casimir will be 3 and 4. How's that sound?
So is the
first one's at Mara.
I've got the spirit guardians.
Yes, you do, and they are outside of the radius of it, I
they're
believe.
too high?
They're too far away from you. Yep, they're 30 feet up above you.
All right.
So the first shot is going to come down at you. 16.
Oh, these guys hit hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that hits for 6 piercing damage.
Oh, I thought that was the damage.
No. The second shot is going to be also at Mara. .23 to hit for 8 piercing.
Oh, I'm hurting.
Ooh, that's not good. And then the third one is going to shoot at Casimir. And misses him because he's got the mage armor. Smart. Okay. That brings us to Casimir's turn. And he is going to move to you, Mara, and try to grab you and pull you towards the doorway. So he's going to be moving towards the doorway, trying to pull you, essentially.
Okay.
And he's going to, as he reaches out and grabs you by the shoulder, cloak, and he starts pulling you, and he's looking up at the skeletons above him, and he is going to fire off a firebolt at one of them. Let's see. Make a ranged spell attack. Gladly. Oh, he misses with a 2. All right, Mara.
Well,
Do you follow him as he pulls you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm following, and I'm gonna get inside of this thing.
Okay. Do you want to take any other action besides movement?
I guess can I do this before? Without an attack advantage.
Well, no.
if
you mean attack of opportunity, nobody will be able to get an attack of opportunity at you because you're not engaged in melee combat with any bad guys, so you can move freely. Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to before I go in, I'm gonna hit him with some more of those scorching rays. One for each.
Got it. That's very fair of you.
To be fair and nice.
Yep. Smart. I like it.
So hold on a second.
16.
The 16 hits, the 11 misses, and the 25 hits. So we'll just go down the line here. So this first one is dead.
Nice.
Second one misses, and the third one is also dead. There's only one left. Nice shots. Anything else from Mara?
Excellent. And then I'm just gonna continue to run inside and
so
get,
both you
get
and
under.
both you and Casimir can get
cover.
inside. Okay, cool.
Great.
Corben.
I am also going to run inside the tower.
Okay.
I don't want any more of those arrows.
All right.
So,
are you going to take an action?
I will take another healing use of my lay on hands to give myself 10 more hit points.
Okay. That brings us to Bjorn. Bjorn, you're at the bottom of the ladder, this iron ladder.
All right, could I climb up it and open the door?
Yeah, absolutely. You climb up and you push the trapdoor open, and you see one of the archers, the skeletal archers, kind of looking over the edge, trying to take aim. It doesn't notice you.
How many feet of movement do I have still after getting up?
You have, let's see, it was that would have been, I'm just going to say that would have been 15 feet of movement. So you are currently right here. Oh, that's Casimir. That's not you. Where are you? Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna run. And 5, 10. I'm gonna tackle him and try to throw him over the cliff.
All right, so over the edge of the thing. All right, roll a athletics. This is gonna be a shove attack, so it'll be an athletics check with advantage because he doesn't see you coming.
You said athletics, right?
Yeah.
15.
All right, and then he gets to contest it with a strength. (14). He fails, and he goes flying over the edge. And I said it was 30 feet, so he's going to take 3d6 falling damage.
Yeah, I'm going with him though too. Like I'm tackling him over the edge.
Oh, you're pushing him and you're going with?
You're gonna take the damage?
I'm gonna take the damage. That way, if he's still up, I can still attack.
That's
all right.
metal,
so
man.
He's gonna take. That is pretty cool. He's gonna take 5 only, and you're gonna take 14.
Oh.
But half of that, yeah. So now, let's see. You're down here. How much did he take? 5. He's still alive.
Oh my god.
He's
So
still alive.
he
He kind of starts to get up. What's that?
Does the shove act as an attack where I'm able to take a second attack then?
Yes.
All right, so I'll attack him. Does it? Nothing. Never mind. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. What are you attacking him
greatsword.
with? Greatsword. All right.
And it's 11. I don't have advantage on.
Yeah, that misses.
All right, that'll be my turn. As
Jesus.
a reaction, I'll yell as I was going down. That way, maybe they know that I'm not on the roof anymore.
Anybody close to the door pokes their head out and just hears these two in the skeleton and Bjorn fall into the snow at the side of the tower, and they both start to stand up, and Bjorn takes a swing with the greatsword, and the skeleton puts up its what is it carrying? Its short sword and blocks it. Ching! And then it comes in with a swing. 16, it totally misses as you bash its sword out of the way with your greatsword. And Casimir, where is he? He's right here. He pops his head out. He steps outside, and he is going to cast another firebolt. Oh my god. He misses.
He's not rolling well with those firebolts.
No. Mara.
Okay, I'm gonna also step out. So my spirit guardians are like still spinning around here. And
Okay.
are encompassing all of us all.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to do a cantrip. I'm going to do a Sacred Flame, and then I'm going to use Blessed Strike on that. Actually, no, I'm gonna add potent spell casting to that. Now that I have that, which is I haven't tried that yet. So, Sacred Flame.
Sweet. Potent spellcasting is great. Starting at 8th level, you add your wisdom modifier to damage you deal with any cleric cantrip. All right, so I need to make a dex save versus 15. Oops, that was a con save. There we go. I rolled a 15.
Nope. Fail.
So tie fails.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I thought
It's successful.
it's
The save
successful
is-
because
yeah.
I was thinking about my spell save DC. Sorry.
Yeah, it had to beat a 15, and it did. Damn, this thing is hanging on for dear life. Anything else, Mara?
Well,
We just
it does
did it.
have to. Okay, well, it does have to once it. Well, not until it makes a move against me.
Yeah, at
then
the
it
start
has
of its
to.
turn.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
until its
Yeah.
turn.
So okay, so no.
All right, Corben, you want to take a try?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna bust out of here. 1, 2, 3.
This guy was a hell of a warrior in life.
Yeah.
I know. 30 feet off the cliff into it.
I know.
See if it lives through this. 13? Does that hit?
Nope.
That hit. No, it
That hit?
does. Its AC is 13, so that succeeds.
Oh.
And you slice through it, and that is it. It had 1 hit point left after that fall.
I was like, yeah, I'm not using any. It had 1 hit point.
Yeah. Yeah.
All that
Yeah.
for 1 hit point.
It had
We
7
3
hit
people
points.
attacking.
It had
The
7 hit
Corben.
points left, and then when you threw it off when you pulled it off, it did like 5 damage, I think. Yeah, 5 damage. Anyways. All right, so at this point, you hear the battle music kind of fade out, and the howl of the winter picks up as you start to get the sense that you're now alone. Everything is quiet aside from the howling wind, and it's cold. You have defeated your foes at the tower. What lies ahead is a trail that leads off into the snowy mists towards what you can see is an arch. And we'll just say, for the sake of it's getting kind of late, that you gather the horse and the cart. You bring them both through the main gate, and you hole up for a moment to recuperate and take a quick rest inside the tower now that it's been cleared out of undead. The only caveat there is that there's no door anymore because your dwarf barbarian kicked it in a rage. And that's where we'll end tonight's session, guys.
He's so raging.
Hey, are you saying that we are going to be taking a long rest, or
I will
not?
leave that
You
to
did
you
not-
guys to decide next time. All I'm saying is that for the sake of the narrative of the story, we're gonna stop here. So
Okay.
we're just gonna say that you guys are bopping inside the tower to get out of the wind and kind of talk about what you're gonna do next. How does that sound?
Okay. All right.
Sweet. All right. Well, guys, nice job.
All right.
That was
Yeah.
pretty awesome. You guys managed to infiltrate Tsolenka Pass Fortress on your way to the Amber Temple, and we'll see what happens next time. So
Yeah.
whoever is watching this on YouTube, thanks a lot for watching. We appreciate it. We're going to encourage Ben to get a better camera so we can actually see his face. And hopefully Roll20 can get their shit together so that we're not waiting for an ungodly amount of time to have reaction from that particular platform. Anyways, I still had a good time. So
we want to see Ben's glorious beard.
yeah, he's a good looking guy. We just can't see him because he's got a shitty camera.
I got that 10 filter on. So if I was at 8, it brings me up to a 10.
Yeah, you're a Duluth 10 now, buddy.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.
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 Bye.